connecting neighborhoods across the Treasure and Magic Valleys, telling stories from within our communities. This is Good Morning Idaho.
Good morning, Idaho. Welcome to our second hour this morning on a Wednesday. I'm senior reporter Roland Barris. We've got a lot to get to from our large team of neighborhood reporters today. Like a story new this morning, our Keith Burrell highlighting Idaho firefighters who, get this, they volunteered to cover shifts up in Coeur d'Alene, of course, following that fatal ambush on firemen earlier this summer. I'll tell you all about that. Plus, our Leslie Solis shows us a group of teens who chose to spend their summer training for a career in law enforcement in a new program offered by Caldwell Police. More on that and much more to come this morning. But first, let's get the latest on our weather with Sophia Cruz. I'm just going through the coffee like it's going out of style. I have to say that, I like hot coffee, but it prevents me from chugging it.
I like coffee in the summer. Iced coffee, I think when it gets toasty and hot, it's so nice, and it's just a nice little wake me up, especially because I don't feel like I get enough sleep when we wake up so early.
So coffee will do the job.
Yeah, coffee. That's how I run on a Wednesday. So if you were getting ready for your day, maybe some iced coffee, especially if you get an afternoon pick me up. We've got nice clear skies, but it's going to be pretty toasty, so that's why I say the iced end. But otherwise, as we move through the end of our week, cooler air will eventually set into play, and that'll bring down our temperature slightly, and then we'll see that summertime heat return next week. But overall today, it's going to be in the lower 90s, so it's still a nice day. We're not looking at very much rain, even over the next couple days, so that dry pattern that we've had is going to continue on. As far as the evening goes, if you have any late afternoon or evening plans, by 7 o'clock, it'll still be pretty warm. We'll be barely touching towards the upper 80s and then mid 80s. Into 9 o'clock, we'll slowly see some broken clouds increase, and some wind gusts will be more apparent into the later evening today. So I'll be showing you the changes you can expect as we wrap up the work week together. But either way, Roland, it's already Wednesday. Happy hump day.
Yeah, you too. All right. Thanks, Sophia. By the way, we should mention, when you see pictures from across the country where there's smoke all over the place from all sorts of wildfires, and then you look at the foothills and they're crystal clear. We're so lucky, so fortunate this summer not to have that in our area. So keeping our fingers crossed for the future. Turning now to your neighborhood news this morning. A plan to crack down on Boise's drivers running red lights is now over before it even started. Why? Our Riley Shoemaker explains.
A green light from the city turned red at the State House. I'm downtown Boise neighborhood reporter Riley Shoemaker, and an Idaho law has just slammed the brakes on the city's plans to ticket red light runners using cameras.
It's National Stop on Red Week, a reminder of the risks drivers take when they don't obey traffic signals. In 2023, more than 1,000 people were killed in crashes involving red light running across the U.S. And late last year, Boise was gearing up to take aim at red light runners with new camera enforcement. But that plan was cut short before it even started.
So last October, staff presented a proposal to City Council to do a short-term, small-scale pilot to test the use of the cameras and determine if it was going to be something that would have an impact on red light running.
But a new state law, Senate Bill 1180, now bans the use of license plate reader cameras for traffic enforcement.
That technology can still be used, but it can only be used specifically for investigation of a misdemeanor or felony. It cannot be used for enforcement of a traffic citation, such as red light running.
So the city never purchased or installed the cameras. But with failing to obey traffic control devices contributing to roughly 7,000 citations in 2023, drivers like Stephanie and Sophia tell me they've seen the danger firsthand.
They're kind of crazy sometimes, so I don't know.
Yeah, I would say it depends. Yeah, here and there. Some people a little crazy.
Would you say you see people run red lights a lot?
Yes. For sure.
City officials say population growth, traffic frustration, and aggressive driving all contribute. And red light running is just one piece of a bigger traffic safety challenge. And residents say cameras could have helped keep drivers more accountable.
I just think it's a good idea, and it'll probably make people less inclined to run the reds. So
Plus there would be less crashes.
Yeah.
If they knew that was there.
Boise City leaders say they're now exploring other ways to curb red light violations. I'm downtown Boise neighborhood reporter Riley Shoemaker, Idaho News 6.
A possible strike possibly averted. Several thousand Albertsons grocery members will be voting on a new contract in the next few weeks. The union and Albertsons reached an agreement Monday night that the members must now vote on. Union leadership calls it a positive step.
I say it's a good deal.
Awesome.
Both sides are recommending a yes vote, and it's a member-driven bargaining committee, so they would not be recognizing and encouraging a yes vote if it wasn't a good deal.
Details of the deal will not be released, but if union members vote for the new contract, they will possibly avoid a strike.
When firefighters in North Idaho were ambushed and killed in Coeur d'Alene, crews from around the state volunteered their time to allow their colleagues to grieve and mourn those lives lost. I'm your Nampa neighborhood reporter Keith Burrell, and I sat down with one Nampa firefighter who stepped up.
I have really good support from my husband, and he was just like, yeah, go. If this is what you want to do, go.
As volunteer brigades descended on Coeur d'Alene, unfamiliar town, roads, and territory, to take over for Kootenai County first responders, allowing them to grieve and attend memorials for their fallen colleagues, the camaraderie was immediate.
Like, they took us through their apparatus very thoroughly. They let us play with all the equipment while they were watching. They helped us set up their charting system.
One of the larger learning curves, drive and response times on rural Idaho roads, taking up to 30 minutes to even arrive to a patient.
Getting to the call was a little stressful because we don't know the area, we don't know the maps. Google Maps was really our friend.
As tragedies do happen, the Idaho Fire Chiefs Association president looks for glimmers of light amongst the darkness, telling me it didn't take long to find volunteers willing to go up to Coeur d'Alene.
Oh man, it was amazing to watch. Number one, the response, but then to actually visit the stations with the crews that were volunteering and the pride that was displayed in covering those stations and responding to those communities.
As Kootenai County first responders mourned, the community around them supported the volunteer firefighters taking their place.
We got food. It was so touching because I think they didn't really know what else they could do for us, and there wasn't a whole lot, but they wanted to do something, so they brought food.
John Morrison and Frank Harwood's names will be added to the Fallen Firefighters Memorial in Boise, likely before next February's annual ceremony. I'm your Nampa neighborhood reporter Keith Burrell for Idaho News 6.
We've been lucky this summer to avoid the horrible fire smoke that has choked the valley in recent years, but wildfire season is not over yet. Stage 1 fire restrictions are now in effect in the Sawtooth and Cassia areas. You can see them marked in yellow on the map. Restrictions mean no campfires outside of designated rings and no smoking near vegetation. The National Interagency Fire Center, based out of Boise, just raised its national preparedness level to 4 out of a possible 5. Crews are busy and fire risks are high. In just the last 5 days, U.S. Forest Service teams have knocked down 10 lightning-started fires in the Payette National Forest alone. They managed to keep all of them to 2 acres or less. Meanwhile, the Big Bear and Rush fires have burned thousands of acres in the Frank Church Wilderness. Crews continue to monitor those fires.
A group of local teens chose to spend their summer break getting a first-hand look at life in law enforcement. I'm your Caldwell neighborhood reporter Leslie Solis, learning about the Explorer program and the dedication these students are showing as they train like real officers. In the final days of summer break, these teens are hard at work with Caldwell PD's first Explorer program. The program aims to offer young adults hands-on experience and insight into the world of law enforcement by teaching them about police operations, professional development training, and leadership. Caldwell Police Chief Rex Ingram tells me it wasn't easy getting the ball rolling, but thanks to the Boy Scouts of America, the Explorer program came to life.
My mission is to keep the city safe, and so when we look at crime and we look at disorder, what better way than to be able to take kids into a community and have them here a few days a week and give them purpose and give them a mission and give them just hope.
Sierra Shippey and Malachi Goff joined the program out of curiosity and emphasize it's been challenging but rewarding.
Definitely shows how much of a struggle it will be, but it also shows that it can be fun.
Taught me a lot of self-discipline and teamwork. I've been getting to know my fellow teammates. I'm not a super social person, kind of introverted, but I think I've definitely been coming out of my shell, and I trust them. They're my buddies.
Students are set to graduate this week and receive their final uniform to mark their accomplishment in the program. I'm your Caldwell neighborhood reporter Leslie Solis for Idaho News 6.
After the break, new details on the Jeffrey Epstein case after a recent interview with Epstein's accomplice and convicted sex trafficker Ghislaine Maxwell. All right, everyone, it's 11 minutes past the hour on this Wednesday. Let's take a look at your national headlines today. Democrats and Republicans are locked in a coast-to-coast redistricting battle this morning that could reshape Congress. California Representative Zoe Lofgren says a proposed map could flip 5 Republican seats in her state. Governor Gavin Newsom wants voters to decide on new maps in November, but only if Texas Republicans push their own redistricting through. Texas Democrats are blocking those efforts by skipping sessions, preventing the required quorum. The federal government is ending funding for new vaccine development using mRNA technology. Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. announced the Biomedical Advanced Research and Development Authority will terminate 22 mRNA projects. Kennedy claims the technology is not effective against respiratory infections like COVID and flu. Medical experts, on the other hand, say that these vaccines are safe and effective. Some final stage contracts will continue, but no new mRNA projects will be approved. And new data is set to be released today from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention on the spread of measles in the U.S. Speaking of vaccines, as of last week, there are 1,333 cases in the U.S. for the year in 39 different states. That's the highest numbers that have been seen in more than 3 decades. The vast majority of the cases are in children and teenagers, and 92% of the people infected were, you guessed it, unvaccinated. Roughly 13% of the people infected have ended up in the hospital. CDC data also shows kindergarten vaccination rates declined during the last school year. Shifting now to the Epstein files. The White House says it may release the transcript of a recent interview with Epstein's accomplice, Ghislaine Maxwell. Meanwhile, a House committee has now issued subpoenas to a long list of high-profile politicians. ABC's Nicole D'Antonio has the very latest.
Bill and Hillary Clinton are among more than a dozen high-profile Washington insiders subpoenaed in the escalating congressional investigation into Jeffrey Epstein. After a bipartisan subcommittee vote last month, the Republican-led House Oversight Committee issuing subpoenas to several former top officials.
The American people have a right to know who else was involved, whether the system really was rigged in favor of the rich and powerful.
The list includes former Democratic Attorneys General Eric Holder, Loretta Lynch, and Merrick Garland, and former Republican Attorneys General William Barr, Jeff Sessions, and Alberto Gonzales. Former FBI Directors James Comey and Robert Mueller also subpoenaed. Committee Chairman James Comer saying it is imperative that Congress conduct oversight of the federal government's enforcement of sex trafficking laws generally, and specifically its handling of the investigation and prosecution of Mr. Epstein. One name not on the list, Alex Acosta, the prosecutor who struck a controversial 2008 plea deal with Epstein in Florida. That deal allowed Epstein to avoid federal charges, serve only 13 months, and spend most days out of jail on work release. Acosta later served as labor secretary under President Trump until he resigned in 2019 amid fallout over the case. The House committee also demanding the Justice Department turn over every unredacted document related to the Epstein case. The DOJ has until August 19th to comply and says it's reviewing the request. In the meantime, sources say the Trump administration is considering releasing transcripts from Epstein accomplice Ghislaine Maxwell's interview with Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche this month. Sources say Maxwell told Blanche, who until recently was Trump's personal attorney, that Trump did nothing in her presence that would have caused her concern. After the interview, Maxwell was moved from a federal prison in Florida to a minimum security camp in Texas with more favorable conditions, a rare move for a convicted sex offender serving 20 years. Trump was asked if he authorized that prison transfer.
Todd Blanche is one of the most highly respected people you'll ever meet. So I know this. I didn't discuss it with him, but anything he talked about with her or the fact that he did that, not unusual, number one, and most importantly is something that would be totally above board.
Nicole D'Antonio, ABC News, Washington.
In Boise, hear from neighbors and law enforcement as they all come together on the annual National Night Out.
Sophia Cruz with the Idaho News 6 forecast.
Alrighty, it's 18 minutes past the hour. Time checking on our weather. Sophia joining us. The sun's starting to come up. It's going to be a nice day, and it's clear. I can't believe how clear it's been from the smoke. We're so lucky.
Yeah, we are so blessed here because it's been a very quiet wildfire season for us, and fingers crossed it continues to remain that way, but that's not the case everywhere, right? So if you're heading anywhere over to the Midwest or even down south, wildfires are still pretty active, and so there's a really just smoke plume moving through the central portion of the U.S., even starting to make its way into Nevada, and it looks like even portions of California, although they have also had their own wildfires. So we are looking at, though, clear skies closer to home. So if you're waking up in Twin Falls this morning, it's a nice, gorgeous start to the day. Sun's coming up and temperatures sitting about lower 60s, so it's nice and cool at that. But it's cool for all of us. So the mornings aren't really a problem because if you have any maybe outside necessities or just things you need to get done around the house, the morning time is the best time to do so. You've got lower 60s right now, 66 waking up in Boise, 42 over in Stanley, and even some lower to mid 50s in our mountains. By this afternoon, we will see temperatures return to those lower 90s, and remember, average is about 94 this time of year, so we have been a little bit under that. Today we're a few degrees off, but it'll still feel pretty toasty out there, right? You've got lower 90s heading into your valley floors, with the hottest spot on the map being Glenns Ferry at 96 today. Our mountains will continue to see those comfortable mid to lower 80s. Now flip the page over to tomorrow. Things actually look even better. You get now those mid 80s along your valley floors, 77 in Baker City, 90 coming your way in Glenns Ferry. If you're in our mountains, it's going to feel really good up there. It's more so going to feel like a nice spring day. You've got upper 70s heading your way. Now, the biggest change in why we're seeing temperatures warm up today is because of the southwesterly flow that we're getting right now. So that's helping bring in that hot, dry air. But what's going to change that is this cooler weather maker that's slowly making its way here. Now, what's going to bring in is a front and also increase those cloud coverage. Increase the cloud coverage later this evening and also bring us some breezy winds. So just walking you through the next couple of hours, this is what our futurecast shows. No problems with the morning commute. By the time we head into the evening, a few isolated showers possible up towards our to our north really. It'll be pretty breezy in the Treasure Valley at this time and also the Magic Valley. So we'll slowly see those gusts upwards towards anywhere about 20 miles per hour. But with the nice cool afternoons we have really ahead of us, it'll more so just make it feel pretty nice out there. I think the best day of the week is going to be actually Friday with those lower 80s, and then next week, 90s return.
Tuesday marked the annual National Night Out, where communities all across Idaho came together to host community block parties in streets and in parks. I'm your South Boise neighborhood reporter Brady Caskey in one of those neighborhoods where first responders are interacting with kids behind me, and the sheriff even made an appearance, all in the name of building trust between first responders and the neighborhoods they serve. How long have you been doing the National Night Out picnic?
Over 20 years.
Ken Jenkins and his neighbors are well seasoned in the National Night Out picnic, which they throw every year.
It's a really good community, and it makes it a lot better place to live when you know who's on your left, on your right, and across the street.
He tells me it's not just about neighbors meeting neighbors, but over the years they've gotten to know many of the firefighters and first responders that serve their neighborhood, like Captain Josiah Ransom with Boise PD.
We cannot serve the community without the support of the community. Our job as police officers is to be a part of the community, to know people, to have those interactions, and it's always better to know someone before you need them.
The national event prompted parties all over Idaho, with first responders from firefighters to law enforcement attending, all aimed at building trust in the community.
We attend multiple parties all over the county in Eagle, Cuna, Star, South County, North County, hitting different neighborhoods.
Ada County Sheriff Matt Clifford says they love being out in neighborhoods. This year they got caught in a tug-of-war with Boise Fire, along with sack races with the neighborhood kids, and even a cast iron skillet throw.
This allows us to get out and show people kind of behind the badge, people behind the uniform, and say, hey, yeah, we're here with you, we're part of the community, we're normal people. It's always, always, always well received by every neighborhood party that we go to.
If you missed this year's National Night Out, don't worry. It's coming back next August, and you can register your own block party to have first responders show up. Reporting in South Boise, I'm your neighborhood reporter Brady Caskey for Idaho News 6.
When we get back, it's Wellness Wednesday, and we're looking at the often overlooked issue of men's mental health. 25 minutes past the hour, men have a pretty bad reputation when it comes to seeking medical care. It is Wellness Wednesday, where we are healthier together, and unfortunately the problem is even worse when it comes to mental health care. But help is out there, and in some cases it's easier to access than ever before. When it comes to health care, it's fair to say that men have some serious issues.
We really are the most sort of anxious, depressed generation of men probably in history. We know that men are 3 times more likely to be addicted, 3 times more likely to be homeless, 4 times more likely to complete suicide, and 12 times more likely to be incarcerated.
That is a lot of difficulty, which can be traced in many cases to mental health issues, which manifest themselves in various ways.
Misusing or overusing, drugs or alcohol, anger, violence, even risky behavior, reckless driving.
Dr. Meltzer says you can't get help if you can't even talk about the problem. So getting men to open up, well, that's the first step.
You address it. That's the first thing to do. And often that sort of deflates the balloon. And then you seek professional help.
Dr. Meltzer says medications and talk therapy can be incredibly helpful and are available in virtual care, which helps reduce the stigma. Talk to your primary doctor for advice on what works for you. For Wellness Wednesday, where we're healthier together, I'm senior reporter Roland Barris, Idaho News 6. Thanks for joining us this morning on Good Morning Idaho. We have much more in store in our last half hour on this Wednesday morning. Here's what's still to come from your neighborhood reporters.
In Twin Falls, the trial gets underway for a Filer teacher accused of rape.
The comment period for you to weigh in on the Rainbow Bridge has been extended.
Now we'll look outside from the Treasure Valley Chevy Dealers Tower Cam.
Connecting neighborhoods across the Treasure and Magic Valleys, telling stories from within our communities. This is Good Morning Idaho.
Welcome back to Good Morning Idaho, everybody. Hope you're off to a great start on this Wednesday. We're into our last half hour this morning. I'm senior reporter Roland Barris, and we've got a lot more ahead for you today in this last half hour from our neighborhood reporters. Don Nelson, for instance, sharing what we know about the uncertain future at this point of Highway 55's iconic Rainbow Bridge. Are they going to keep that around for people just to walk across, or are they going to tear it down? The public comment period has ended. Plus, our Greenlee Clark gives us a preview of a boat race like no other coming to Star this weekend, and it's all for a good cause. All that and much more coming up, but first let's get the latest on our weather. Sophia Cruz joins us this morning. It's a beautiful start to the day.
Yeah, it is a nice start. It's a nice cotton candy sunrise we're getting right now. It's nice in the mornings, and then the afternoons are where things start to get a little toastier. So taking a look at downtown, nice and beautiful shot. It almost looks like purple and pink are mixing together. Those are my favorite kinds of sunrises. As far as what it feels like, 63 if you are making your way downtown, so it is a nice cool start to our morning together. And as we continue through the day, just some suggestions on what you should wear. Short sleeves. I know it may be a little bit cooler this morning, but as we get ready for lunch and even dinner time, we'll be traveling into those lower 80s and then lower 90s by the time you're getting ready for that last meal of the day. So again, it is going to get pretty toasty this afternoon, and while this isn't as hot as we've seen it, especially in the month of July, it is still relatively hot. So we've got some summertime heat making its way into this afternoon. Sunglasses will also be pretty helpful with all the sunshine that we're getting today. Good news is, Roland, as we wrap up the week, it is going to get a little bit cooler out there, and then we'll see the heat return again.
Yeah, downtown's looking gorgeous. Thanks, Sophia. I mentioned earlier that the comment period had ended for the Rainbow Bridge. Has actually been extended. Sorry about that. All right, turning now to a disturbing trial going on in Twin Falls. Our Lorian Nettleton has details on the trial against a former elementary school teacher being accused of rape.
The trial of a Filer teacher charged with rape is underway in Twin Falls County. I'm your Twin Falls neighborhood reporter, Lorian Nettleton. I was in the courtroom as the prosecution laid out its case.
So she said, no, stop. She tried to fight him off.
Jacob Mishler was a Filer elementary school teacher when he was arrested last year and charged with raping a relative in 2012. At the time, the victim was still in high school.
When she was a teenager, Jacob Mishler raped her in the shower, overcame every bit of resistance she had.
On Tuesday, Mishler's accuser testified before a jury describing how her brother-in-law forcibly raped her, then sent her letters with inappropriate messages for a year while she was on her LDS mission.
You won't see a rape kit. You won't see any photographs or records of a physical exam. You won't see any evidence placing Jacob in the shower in question.
During day one of trial, defense attorney Michael Danielson told the jury to question why the accusation didn't surface for a dozen years.
Then you're going to hear that in March of 2023, 11 years later, she entered the police department, claimed that she'd been molested by Jacob in 2010 and 2011. And still, she told no one that she'd been raped.
I've had lots of experience with people calling me to add to or to say, I forgot to tell you this, I just remembered this, or to add details and things like that to what they're reporting.
Detective Jason Kelly, while testifying for the prosecution, said 70 to 80% of sexual assault cases he investigated were also reported much later. Witness testimony will continue on day 2 of the trial beginning at 8:30 a.m. Wednesday morning. I'm your Twin Falls neighborhood reporter Lori in Nettleton, Idaho News 6.
A possible strike possibly averted. Several thousand Albertsons grocery members will be voting on a new contract in the next few weeks. The union and Albertsons reached an agreement Monday night that the members must now vote on. Union leadership calls it a positive step.
I say it's a good deal.
Awesome.
Both sides are recommending a yes vote, and it's a member-driven bargaining committee, so they would not be recognizing and encouraging a yes vote if it wasn't a good deal.
Details of the deal will not be released, but if union members vote for the new contract, they will possibly avoid a strike.
This morning, a deepening divide in the state of Texas. Governor Greg Abbott filing an emergency petition with the Texas Supreme Court. The governor requesting Democratic State Representative Gene Wu, the chair of the Texas House Democratic Caucus, be removed from office.
This is a completely corrupt process. There is no other reason we're doing this. There's no other reason that we're shutting down the government of the state of Texas except to help Donald Trump do his bidding.
President Trump has claimed Republicans are, quote, entitled to 5 more seats in Congress after he won the state of Texas. But the congressional map is not tied to presidential races. It's historically tied to the once-a-decade census. Republican state lawmakers supporting the move.
What are your thoughts on the redistricting efforts in general? Is it a good move?
Sure it is.
And why is that?
It's totally legal. There's nothing wrong with it at all.
This week, Democratic lawmakers left the state in protest to delay the controversial redistricting vote. Texas Governor Greg Abbott has threatened to arrest and expel state lawmakers if they don't return to the Capitol immediately. And now Texas Republican Senator John Cornyn calling on the FBI to help bring Democratic lawmakers back and arrest them. ABC's Mary Bruce pressed the president on if he supports that idea.
Do you want the federal government and the FBI to help locate and arrest these Texas Democrats who have left the state?
Well, I think they've abandoned the state.
Should the FBI get involved?
Well, they may have to. They may have to. No, I know they want them back. Not only the Attorney General, the governor wants them back. You can't just sit it out. You have to go back. You have to fight it out. That's what elections are all about.
Some Democratic governors have pledged to counter the Texas Republican effort with new congressional maps of their own. Both Republicans and Democrats have used redistricting to their advantage in the past. But with Republicans holding a narrow margin in Congress, lawmakers say this could have major implications on next year's midterm elections. Nicole D'Antonio, ABC News, Washington.
The Senior Center in Melba has long been a gathering place for many older community members, but President Trump's Big Beautiful is now impacting their bottom line. I'm your Canyon County neighborhood reporter Victoria Rodriguez speaking with staff and volunteers on what they're doing to keep their doors open.
The Melba Valley Senior Center has served the small community for over 50 years, but staff are now feeling the pressure with federal funding streams shrinking.
Who have I missed?
With the new bill and the new budget cuts, that money we're getting, what, $0.1 every time now because it's still getting stopped.
Trump's Big Beautiful Bill restructures how senior services are funded, pushing many centers to reevaluate how to stay open. Here in Melba, that means getting creative and asking the community to step up.
You don't want to charge everybody, but if you don't charge people, then how do you keep the building open? And what does that look like? How do you become creative? And maybe that's what the bill was meant to do, is make people take care of their own backyard.
The average meal served at the center costs them about $15, but most donations only cover a third of that, which means they have to make up the rest while maintaining operations in a building that's over half a century old.
It's expensive to stay open. It's hot, so the power has to be on. We have to have the lights on.
Despite all that, the center continues to serve, including a food bank that not only supports seniors, but the entire community in Melba.
I had a guy come in yesterday, and he said 76 years old, and he works full-time. And he said he works because he has to, and he said our food bank is what has kept him and his wife going for the past several years.
Oh, it's been really great. People here are excited and make each other laugh, and I think that's one of the important things that help make your day.
The Senior Center is still open Tuesdays and Thursdays, offering hot meals, activities, and even a food bank to those who need it most. I'm your Canyon County neighborhood reporter Victoria Rodriguez in Melba, Idaho News 6.
Gas prices are on the way up. The average price in Idaho for a gallon of regular has hit $3.53. That's up 5 cents since yesterday and 10 cents since last month, but it's still 10 cents cheaper than 1 year ago.
The decision is not made, even though ITD is recommending removal at this point.
It is something that's been talked about for decades, and now the state of Idaho is one step closer to building a new bridge and possibly saying goodbye to an old friend. Yes, the Rainbow Bridge in Idaho, specifically the North Fork Payette River Bridge. The bridge was built in 1933 and is listed on the National Register of Historic Places. The new bridge will straighten out Highway 55. It'll come from the other side of the old Rainbow Bridge and come out approximately right here. According to ITD officials, it will cost Idaho taxpayers a lot more money to keep the old Rainbow Bridge around as a tourist attraction. So far, the comment period has brought in a lot of thoughts and opinions as to what ITD should do.
Most folks love the bridge. They love the old historic bridge. It's just been, especially with the residents, it's been part of their life. They've driven over it for years and years and years. But also, the historic folks like it, and just everybody's just in love with the old bridge. However, as we've been going through this public process, we are seeing folks understand why it might not be feasible to keep the old bridge.
According to ITD, just to keep the old bridge would cost an additional $20 to $50 million on top of the total cost of the new bridge.
But in addition to that, there's also a significant safety concern, because if we keep that bridge, it becomes a tourist spot.
That would mean more construction for parking and access. For now, the historic Rainbow Bridge isn't going anywhere soon. It's getting a facelift right now, so expect delays Monday through Thursday. And it will remain open during their construction of the new bridge. What happens to it after that, we'll have to wait and see. To comment, go to ITD's website.
In Star, how you can watch handmade cardboard boats hitting the water this week at Freedom Park. A boat race is taking place this weekend at Freedom Park in Star, but it may look a little different than what you expect. I'm your Star neighborhood reporter, Greenlee Clark, speaking with neighbors about the preparations for Star's first ever cardboard boat regatta. Young Star neighbors are hard at work, turning these simple materials into floating masterpieces for Star's cardboard boat regatta.
Oh, Trent!
The event is an exciting competition where participants will show off their handmade watercrafts at the Freedom Park Pond. Only using cardboard and duct tape, this pirate-themed event will test creativity and teamwork for participants, like Jonah Costa and Trent Erickhart.
Yeah, he's the damsel in distress, I'm the pirate.
I think it's the other way around.
I'm not sure about that.
The boys first bonded over their love of baseball, but the friends now say they're the best catcher and pitcher duo since Buster Posey and Madison Bumgarner. And now you're going to be the best duo at the regatta.
Yeah, that's the plan.
But it's not just kids excited for this event that will help support the Star Food Bank.
Michael suggested the regatta. Everyone on the board got so excited. We all just jumped on the team and said, yeah, let's do it.
Teresa Wise and Michael Keys are on the city's food bank board, currently serving 24,000 individuals in surrounding neighborhoods.
We're looking to build a new food bank, something in the 5,000 to 6,000 square foot range, so we can grow into that for decades to come.
Participants and spectators can donate online or in person this Saturday at Freedom Park.
And everybody should be safe, have a lot of fun, laugh a lot, and hopefully we raise a few bucks for the food bank.
We're just happy to help come and support the food bank and hopefully have a little fun.
Yeah, I'd agree. Support the food bank.
If you want to join the festivities, the boats will hit the water this Saturday at Freedom Park starting at 1 p.m. I'm your Star Neighborhood reporter, Greenlee Clark, for Idaho News 6.
Neighborhood of the day is Boise, lower 90s and a toasty afternoon, but I'll show you the cool down in store for the week ahead.
Sophia Cruz with the Idaho News 6 forecast.
All righty, let's check in with the broken record, also known as Sophia Cruz, and everybody loves it because it's gorgeous weather.
Yeah, you know, there's this popular TikTok trend that's really just been all over my For You page, and it's this guy being like, ladies, stop, I'm trying to do my job, and I'm gonna make it today, just wait, so you guys can understand what I'm talking about. That's how I feel, because everyone has been really enjoying the weather, right? If you wake up early in the morning, it's nice and cool, so if you need to do anything around your house, or maybe get that early morning workout in, the morning time's the best time. So you've got lower 60s waking up in Twin Falls, and take a look at the sunrise. This one is the best shot, I feel like, of the sun as it starts to come up. And again, your time is 6:48. So nice and cool start to the day, a little bit closer to downtown. We also are getting pick up the sunshine here, but it's nice and really clear skies all across all of our neighborhoods this morning. Now, as far as high temperatures go, we'll be sitting in those lower 90s this afternoon. We are a little under average, just about 2 degrees, and we're nowhere near the record high or low. However, across the area, there are some spots pretty close to that 94 mark. You've got 94 in Mountain Home, 96 in Glens Ferry. If you're in our mountains, those mid-80s will continue on. Now, we have been looking at temperatures warm up, and really this is all due to the southwesterly flow we're getting, so that hot, dry air making its way into our neck of the woods. But as we continue through this evening and into tomorrow morning, you'll notice that this trough, so this what it looks like here is an upside down U, and all that cooler weather up to our north, that is eventually going to make its way into us. Now, this is going to bring on before it a cold front ahead of that, but right behind that, all that cool air will flow in. But it will bring on some breezy conditions, so heads up, it is going to get pretty breezy Thursday, leading us into Friday. Here's 3 o'clock today. We see a light breeze across the area, and then by 8 o'clock, you'll slowly see those winds starting to increase. By tomorrow afternoon, we'll be hovering with about 20-mile-per-hour gust area-wide. Then heading into Friday morning, it gets a bit quieter out there, but still expect that nice breeze to stick with us. The good thing about it is, I know maybe cause a little bit of an issue for a lady, especially if you have long hair like me. Maybe just means maybe a cap or some hairspray, but as we head into tomorrow, it'll put us in the mid-80s, and with that breeze coming in, it'll make it feel really good. So tomorrow is going to be really nice outside. You still have 90s though, so right into Glens Ferry, still a bit toastier there. In our mountains, mid to upper 70s. And while this is nice relief that we're getting, it doesn't last very long, so take advantage of the relief we're getting from the summertime heat. When you take a look at our temperature outlook, this shows us August 12th through the 16th, so making our way really through the 2nd and almost starting to approach the 3rd week of August. It does show that this is not supposed to be here. This was supposed to be originally cooler than normal before, but now this is showing us hotter than normal temperatures. So it's showing that we are seeing a high likelihood to get and really bump up that thermometer as we head into the later end of August. Either way, we still have those mid-80s sticking with us through at least Saturday, so you've got some time to enjoy that nice cool weather. If you can't today, certainly make some plans outside as you head into the weekend. Next week, the 90s will return and will hover near average from Monday, Tuesday, and even to Wednesday. Good news is there's plenty of sunshine out there for the week ahead. Now, it is Wednesday morning. Let's go get you ready for your morning commute.
Idaho News 6 traffic is brought to you by Champion Windows.
All right, your time is 6:51, and take a look at the gorgeous shot we're getting over downtown this morning. It's nice and bright, also a bit early, but if you are heading out on the roads, heads up, we are looking at some congestion on I-84 eastbound, also along Karcher Road if you're heading out in Caldwell. But just to take a closer look, Middleton looks to be nice and green. As we take a closer look near Caldwell, again, Karcher Road, still looking at a little bit of stop and go as you head into that westbound lane, so heads up if you're going in that direction.
this morning's GMA First Look, the mom at the center of the San Antonio Aquarium octopus incident speaking out.
When the tentacles started to wrap around his arm, he just said, "Mom, it's not letting go."
A giant Pacific octopus latching onto 6-year-old Leo's arm while he was petting it at a touch tank, leaving these marks behind. The San Antonio Aquarium now issuing a statement that places blame on her, saying in this instance, the guest leaned her child over the exhibit barrier, allowing him to reach into the habitat without staff supervision. Now, mom is responding back, telling GMA her goal has always been to advocate for the octopus and to push for safer conditions.
If they don't want anyone leaning over the glass, they need to have a sign there that says, "Do not lean over the glass."
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have much more on this octopus incident and how her son is recovering. With your GMA First Look, I'm Morgan Norwood, ABC News, New York.
Back on a Wednesday morning, everyone, starting to wrap things up for you. And in case you missed it, here are the top stories that we're following from our neighborhood reporters.
After an ambush killed firefighters in North Idaho, Nampa stepped up to help. Firefighters from across the state filled shifts to allow Coeur d'Alene crews time to grieve and honor those lives lost, including from Nampa. Their names will be added to the Fallen Firefighters Memorial in Boise like before next February's annual ceremony.
The Senior Center in Melba has long been a gathering place for many older community members, but President Trump's Big Beautiful is now impacting their bottom line.
The policy promised to streamline funding, but staff tell me they're not getting creative to keep meals served and doors open, with the help of volunteers, donations, and determination. They're currently open just Tuesdays and Thursdays from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m.
I'm senior reporter Don Nelson near the historic Rainbow Bridge on Highway 55 that goes over the beautiful North Fork of the Payette River. The comment period for you to weigh in on that historic bridge has been extended. We know that the new bridge is on the books to start in the next few years. What happens to the historic Rainbow Bridge has yet to be decided.
There's a lot going on. You can learn more about all these stories on our website, idahonews6.com.
Now, the Out the Door forecast, brought to you by Pella Windows and Doors.
All right, well, happy hump day, everyone. As you get ready for your middle of the week, you'll notice we've got nice lower 70s as you head into work this morning. So it'll be nice and cool. Wear some nice comfortable short sleeves because by lunchtime and to the afternoon, we'll be heading into those lower 90s. So it is going to be a bit toastier as we head into today. So heads up on that front. Lots of sunshine on here also, so don't forget the sunglasses as you head out the door. If you want to read more about the forecast, head on over to idahonews6.com. Otherwise, let's get you ready to head into work.
Idaho News 6 Traffic is brought to you by Champion Windows.
All right, your time is 6:57 and we are giving you a live look of downtown where the sun is shining. It's a beautiful Wednesday we are having, and I hope you're off to a good start this morning. We've got right now Chinden Boulevard to US 20 at just under 13 minutes, but it is starting to slowly build up as you start to make your way again on this road. So heads up if you are heading into downtown along Chinden Boulevard. It is still pretty early in the morning, so you should still see some pretty good commute times overall. But right now you've also got Caldwell into downtown at about 33 minutes, so that time is slowly building as we've made our way into that 7 o'clock hour. Now across I-84 eastbound, you've got Caldwell to Gary looking nice and quiet. Same story goes for Gary to Eagle and Eagle into downtown Boise. So it's a nice, smooth start to our day, Rowan.
Oh, yes. Those times are perfect if your car's working properly or if it looks like your car this morning.
Yeah.
Now, that looks like your tire from yesterday.
Yes.
Now, what has happened here? Because this is day 2 and it's still flat.
I went to go fill it up with air yesterday. You know what? Some say flat. I think my tire just wants to be more grounded.
Yeah, there might be like a nail in there somewhere. Might want to check that out.
Yeah, I'm going to have to do further investigation.
You might want to invest in AAA. All right. Well, hope you have an easier commute than Sophia's going to have this morning, everyone. Look at that sunrise. It's gorgeous out there. Thanks for joining us on a Wednesday, everybody. Have a great day, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.